Well, our third guest today is Kevin Harper with an organization known as Food on the Move. He's here to talk about their mission to combat food insecurity, and Lord knows somebody needs to. Good to have you here, my friend.
Hey,
welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about the organization just a bit. How did you come to be with this Food on the Move?
Well, we were an organization founded in 2014 by a local Tulsa musician named Taylor Hanson of the band Hanson. He started just to try to bring people together to begin attacking this idea of what is food insecurity and how do we really combat food deserts. And I was doing a news spot at Channel 8 when I met him and heard about his organization and began volunteering. And from that time, just invested myself more and more, and over time became CEO and president of Food on the Move. So,
you know, one of the things that has shocked me, I mean, down to my very foundation, was when I discovered that we have kids that go to school hungry and they come home hungry, but the only meal they'll get for the day is what they get at school. And then when school's out, they're in trouble.
That's a reality for a lot of students. A lot of students we work with. We actually work in a North Tulsa Middle School. It's Monroe Demonstration Academy. And we find that the kids come there hungry, and as they get closer to lunch, they're hungrier, and you can see them even acting out from that. And a lot of times we'll do different healthy snacks and teach them how to make something healthy from the garden, where they eat so they learn something healthy, and they're not putting hot Takis or hot Cheetos in their body, but they're putting something healthy that really is good for them.
Gosh, that's what you're doing here is a marvelous project. Where does this food come from?
So that you look at right now, that's 700 pounds of produce that we grew at a farm that we get to operate. It's on Church on the Move property, and they allowed us to use their farm, and so we farm out there, and everything that we harvest we take to our community food and resource festivals that we host 3 times a month.
You know, research, scientific research by the guys and gals who know what they're talking about have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that a child will learn more faster with a full belly.
Absolutely.
As opposed to a child that comes in with the pangs of hunger going on. You found that too, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Just in our class that we teach, and we're there every day, we're elective at the school, teaching kids hydroponics and aquaponics farming, entrepreneurship, and then healthy eating. We do find that. We find the hungrier they get, the more difficult it is to learn. And so we find creative ways to kind of combat that issue so we can help them zone in and step into their gifts and abilities. Because every kid has the right to eat healthy and have all the options available to them. But if they can't learn because they're hungry, they're already behind the curve. And we don't want to see that happen to our students.
Have any of them, well, let me back off that. Have you reached a point with any of the youngsters that you've worked with that have turned around and said, you help me, now I want to help somebody?
Yeah, actually we have, and what's interesting, he's now a 9th grader, and our program goes from 6th through 8th. He's now actually part-time for us, and he's running our indoor hydroponic systems and volunteering at our events and helping the community grow food right there at our community grow beds. And his name is Milton.
Amazing story.
Amazing young man, and his confidence level and just his knowledge and passion as he's learned how to do all these things has just increased so dramatically.
How are his grades?
Straight A's.
You're kidding.
I'm not. I'm not making it up, and I'm thankful I can't.
Wow. Well, document this one.
Absolutely.
Don't let this one slip away. How are we on time? We're in good shape. If you could reach out to the community right now, what would you say you need more than anything else?
Really just support. We as a nonprofit, we're seeing that cost of inflation hit our guests a lot. So we're seeing an increase in guests coming to our events. And so we grow as much as we can, but then we supplement by purchasing other fresh produce. Because our goal is when we go into a community to bring food, we bring fresh fruits and vegetables. Because we believe that food is medicine, and you really need to eat right on the front end. And so that's what we provide access to. And when you come to one of our events, you get a 30-pound bag of fresh produce. And that's very important to us, and we give cooking demonstrations and recipes and things like that. But just that support to help us continue going on as we're getting into this holiday season especially, we're seeing just the need increase. And, people are making a choice between electric bill and food. And that shouldn't be a choice. And so we're trying to alleviate that part of it.
And in some cases, medicine.
And medicine, absolutely.
Holy Toledo, it's rough out there, and as rough as I've ever seen it. Is there a time or is there a way that someone watching right now might just pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what, I want to be a part of that?
Yeah, actually the easiest way is our website. It's at www.foodonthemoveok.com. You can fill out a form and we'll contact you back. You can sign up to volunteer. We always love having volunteers to come out and just learn about what we do and engage in the community because we love bringing people together. We believe that partnership is key and that's how true transformation really happens. Or there's a place you can even donate. But we would love people to get involved just to see, hey, we have a great town, we have a great community, and we need to see what areas can we do to make those areas that are in need, to make them better and to give those rights back to people.
And you never know who's going to walk through the door.
You never know.
My gosh, you guys do so much good. And you're a bona fide 501c3.
Yes, sir.
So anything that comes your way is tax deductible.
100%.
Holy Toledo.
And we really focus on any donations. We really push it right to programming. How can we really move the needle and give back to the community in the best way?
Well, I have to tell you, just from my vantage point, I know going into the COVID problem, when the country just essentially, the world shut down. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, these youngsters, the politicians now, and I'm not trying to draw you into a place that makes you uncomfortable, but politicians are so off the beam here. They're trying to blame teachers. They're trying to blame administrators. And it's not necessarily the fault of the school teachers or the administrators. They're busting their cheeks to get the job done. Mm-hmm. What they don't recognize here is we had a major crisis. Now, if they weren't so consumed about re-election and more concerned about the people that they're supposed to serve, I honest to God believe we could whip this problem together.
I believe so. During COVID, we ramped up. And during the year of drive-thrus, we distributed like 4.5 million pounds of food to the community. We had an event where we could get cars, about 1,200 cars through in 2 hours. And what I realized is the access is there. The potential to get the food access to whoever needs it is there. We just have to make it happen.
Well, it's good to talk with someone involved in this area who's not out there with a hidden agenda. You've got to believe this, or you've got to say that, and you've got to walk the way we walk and dress the way we dress. If you're hungry, that's what we're going to tackle.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for all you do, and thank you for coming in. And tell the Hansons we said hey.
I will do it.
Okay, buddy. Good talking with you.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Perspectives. And we'll see you back here next time.